Hello, my name is Dr. Mitchell Horwitz. I'm from Duke University in Durham, North Carolina. I'm here to discuss results of a recent randomized phase 3 study comparing omidubicel, which is an ex vivo expanded umbilical cord blood graft, to a standard umbilical cord blood transplantation. And that standard umbilical cord blood transplantation followed myeloablative conditioning, and the standard cord blood graft was either a single or double umbilical cord blood graft. Approximately 2/3 of the recipients received a double cord blood transplant graft and a third a single cord blood graft. And one of the endpoints of the study, although not a primary endpoint, was the risk of acute graft versus host disease as well as chronic graft versus host disease following these two types of cord blood transplants. What we found was that the risk of acute graft versus host disease was very similar between the two arms. We did not separate and did not compare omidubicel to single or omidubicel to double cord blood grafts. That analysis could be done in the future. But as a whole, we saw no difference in acute graft versus host disease between the two arms. We also looked at the risk of chronic graft versus host disease following these two types of transplants, again, following myeloablative conditioning, and saw no difference in chronic graft versus host disease between the two arms. Theoretically, there might have been a reduced risk of acute graft versus host disease following an omidubicel transplant because during the processing of the graft, there was a reduction in the number of T cells provided to the recipient in those who received omidubicel. However, that was not seen. Thank you.